almost hit start. It's been a while. You saw me hover. It's been a while since I did that. I almost hit start streaming. Holy shit!
And then we went live, and then all of the horrible things we say before we hit record get posted to the world.
That would be on my channel.
The second to last episode would be
immediately the last episode. Yeah, we're done. Anyway, hi, welcome on into Bark Bark Meow, as Solace said in the cold open, which technically we're not supposed to refer to, but we're breaking the fourth wall a little bit. But as Solace said in the cold open, this is our second to last episode. Next week will be the season and I guess series finale. It's not really a series, you know, the BBM cinematic universe. Yeah, it is our finale.
The last of scheduled episodes for sure. Yeah,
the all naked triple X episode will be later this year though, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, I gotta get my
they're locked and loaded now.
They're ready.
They're like locked in.
I get a message like every week. They're like, "So when's that episode coming out?"
Gonna just gloss over what I just said, or did you not hear it?
I didn't hear it. I don't know if the mic picked it up.
I'm not gonna repeat it, and I will just make you listen back to it and be like, "God damn it, Saul."
I don't know if the mic picked it up is the issue.
Oh,
I didn't hear anything out of you.
Oh, I thought I saw my mouth move, but fine.
It might have.
Or you're baiting me.
I'm actually not, but I understand if you don't want to repeat it.
I said, yeah, we're waiting on my penis enlargement before we do the triple XL adult.
Oh,
just like the figure skaters. Not the figure skaters.
No.
The guys at the Olympics.
Yeah, the ski divers. I find it funny that one of the events at the Olympics is skiing and shooting a fucking gun. Why did we mix those two things?
That's been for a long time.
Yeah, but why?
How else are you gonna get your fucking deer when you're hunting in the wilderness and you have skis on?
I guess that makes sense. But like, it's just really funny.
Misha, it's just speed running.
You're cutting out.
No, I'm not.
You did. That might be on my end.
Out.
Oh, I don't have internet. Oh, that's so fucking cool.
Great to me.
We can hear you.
Average ping 0 milliseconds? Wait, that should be a good thing. Why is it gray?
I don't know.
I have like... God, Discord's so cool. We're gonna get into that later, everyone. Don't worry. But
that's part of it, yeah.
In case you don't know what Ruby was talking about, so those dudes that, you know, they fly down that ski slope, right? They're trying to get as far as possible. They wear skin-tight, I think it's spandex suits. And so they get that measured throughout their entire body, and then they get a custom suit made for them weeks before the Olympics. What they have been doing is injecting themselves with, I don't remember, it's not saline, but it's something like that, in their balls and their dicks to make those bigger so that when they get the scans, there's that extra little bit of something in the suit. And then naturally over time, their genitals shrink to the normal size. And because of that, it gives them an extra like 3/4 of an inch of fabric down there. And I guess that helps with the aerodynamicness of their suits. And it's just like...
Think of it like when you're swimming and you've got the little gloves on that give you that little bit of webbing and you can swim faster. It's like that.
Yeah.
Guess for air. I thought it would have been the opposite. I thought the point of skiers would have been to have smaller junk so that you caught less drag.
I think
they want that flap of fabric. That's what they're looking for.
Because I think it's like drag there specifically. I just think I understand what you're saying because I thought the same thing, but I think drag specifically there helps them go a little further because it's under them. I don't know. Either way, I just... That's so fucking dumb. I get it.
Speaking of worldwide performances, what are our opinions, class, of the Bad Bunny World Series?
World Series, ouch.
World Series is crazy. Try that one again.
What am I looking? Super Bowl.
There you go.
Super Bowl.
There you go.
Super Bowl.
World
Series. I was gonna lean into that a little bit.
Yeah, we do have that on the list of topics.
So, Super Bowl, largely boring until the fourth quarter.
Let's go Seahawks! Woo! Good Hawks!
Hey, Hey, let's go Seahawks.
Argo got to see it live, and
Yeah, he did.
Got to check out the halftime show live, which I can only imagine how cool that was. I didn't. I've watched the halftime show, kind of. I didn't watch all of it,
I was
but
at work.
well, like afterwards. I don't have any
yeah.
service. I don't pay for any service that shows the Super Bowl, man. I ain't that poor, or I'm not that rich. Freudian slip there. I'm poor.
we happened to be skiing at Park City in fursuits when the Super Bowl was going on, so we had the access to the Super Bowl with the lounge and everything.
Oh,
yeah. Nice. It looked like it was as Ivan stated, I don't know if it was the best, if you would call a musical performance, but I forgot who I was watching, but they claimed it was a very good theatrical performance, if not one of the best theatrical performances performed live like that. And that's pretty badass, because I think people get caught up a little bit too much in the halftime show of it just being another concert, when it's not supposed to be just a concert. It's supposed to be much more than that, which we've seen 2 Super Bowls in a row now, because we can't forget Kendrick Lamar's performance last year.
I heard you like him young. Looking straight into the camera was crazy. The entire stadium yelling A minor, dude.
Oh, dude, that into what we got here with the finishing message of like,
love is stronger than hate.
Yep, like and the whole point. I don't know if people caught that symbolism, but like he like gets the football, reads the football, and tucks that bitch like you're supposed to, like a quarterback running for his life.
Patriots take note. Sorry.
That's not his fault, dude. That O-line.
I didn't say that was his fault. No.
Drake May got fucked. Which was the other thing, is he'd been sacked more than any quarterback all the way through the playoffs, and boy howdy did the Seahawks put it to him.
God damn, yeah.
6 or 7. Fuck.
6, 7
sacks happened, and he lost a couple of them for fumbles. But sorry, back to what I was saying. But Bad Bunny tucked that thing and had that thing secured the entire time, all the way up until the end, in which he showcased the message and then spiked the football, which you could take that as different symbolism. He was just doing the football thing. It was not like trashing the statement on the ball. The whole point of it is he was like showing unity, that we are all Americans. He named off most of all of the countries that make up South America and North America,
the entirety of America,
the continents,
yeah.
And he not only he preached unity. He said we're all Americans because this is the Americas, and then has a ball and all that stuff. And the whole time he was like, he was holding on that. He was keeping that ball close and tight to his chest. That's all symbolism, guys. That is all him showing like, I love this country. I love the Americas. I love the people that we are. We need to be better than this kind of shit. And it's so good. It's so good. And then there was T-Pussy's halftime show.
T-Pussy's, dude.
I'm so done. I'm so done with them.
I was considering, because last night was a just chatting stream, and I was like, fellas, do we want to watch the Turning Point USA American halftime show? And my chat said no, and I agree with them. I was like,
wow,
I don't want to give it publicity, but man, we could clown on this.
I watched it for this.
Oh yeah, that's right. Really quick before you get
tell us
though,
your hidden knowledge.
Before you get into that though,
don't watch it.
I do want to say, I know one phrase from it, but Argo was at the Super Bowl, which means he saw the halftime show live. Mm-hmm. And what he said kind of confirmed what I've been thinking about the halftime shows for the past couple years. He said it was good, but it was like he couldn't tell a lot of what was going on half the time because it was, for the halftime shows are becoming much more for television than in person. Because I thought about it last year with Kendrick, and is it Samuel L. Jackson that did Uncle Sam?
Yeah, he did a lot of the narrating. Yeah. He did Uncle Sam.
A lot of that was them being close to the camera, looking right at it, and it was you
have to look at typically the jumbotron for that stuff. Usually,
dude, that's the thing. It didn't have the camera because
because it had the message on it.
Well, the message popped up at the end, but they just had like pictures of buildings on the fucking jumbotron during the entire halftime show.
I actually think that was strategic. I think that was I think it was a strategic, subtle nod at the fact that 99% of Americans are not at the Super Bowl and they're not going to see this in person. And I think it's about highlighting the the silent majority in that type of regard. Like
No,
like just because you're the elites that actually get to see the Super Bowl in person, most of us don't. And we're catering to the majority of people who are going to see this,
that's
not necessarily the the main people watching like in person.
yeah, that was gonna be
I
my
think
next point. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. No, yeah, that was it.
It was just like I understand why it would be much more for television because the majority of the audience is going to be at home watching it. And just, it makes sense. But, because, yeah, I don't know. That was just what I was thinking of. But I know one thing, I have seen one clip from, well, I've seen a couple clips from the All American halftime show, Electric Guitar Fireworks. And it was literally just a guy there with an acoustic guitar, and he's like, I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink a beer, and he's just listing chores. And it's like, I don't want to fucking do those things.
It's the
Anyway.
I think it's like the opening act, and it's so bad. It is one of
Solace,
the
you have the floor.
worst fucking songs I've ever heard. And I mean, fucking Bo Burnham, the god that he is, like literally made a joke
On the
country
fucking
song
head,
joke.
too.
But
nailed it.
the thing is, that was satirical to country music at that point in time because that you know it does kind of ring true that a lot of country songs are just like kind of rattling off very like things you do when you grew up rurally in the
yeah.
countryside, you know. And I didn't realize that guy made a song that basically was verbatim that.
It's literally, yeah.
Other than he goes, I don't need to explain to my daughter that little boys can't be girls. It's like, oh
God.
my God. Oh God. It's horrible. It was. So here's the thing. That To Pussy halftime show is not a halftime show. It is nothing like a halftime show. It is a glorified conservative right-wing concert. That is it. It is not an alternative to the halftime show. There were no theatrics. There was barely there was some pyrotechnics and some flashy lights.
Sorry,
it was supposed. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I did see another clip, and it was literally, this one's for you, Charlie, and then just like a piff of like a quick firework, and it was like, that's all you guys fucking had for him?
I think the guy, I don't know who it was, he introduced the halftime show, or the concert, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
He talks about some things and then introduces the first act and says, and this one's for Charlie Kirk, and then he walks off stage. And then a guy walked on, hooks up his guitar and plays the national anthem.
Okay. So if they are treating this as a halftime show, that would have been the second time that the national anthem was performed that day then. If they want, why would you re-perform that song, right? Because Charlie Puth did it at the beginning of the game, and they want this to be Baby's first halftime show. Dude, they spent so many fucking years being like, oh, you leftists need your safe spaces. And then they needed a whole fucking show because me no speak Spanish. Me no speak Spanish. I don't understand what he's saying. We need white people to do a show for us. Boo-hoo.
Again, it ends up being it's a concert, not even a halftime show.
I know.
It's the original. I think it was the original. Or the opening artist is the one that posted on Twitter saying, "I'm the first country act since I don't know, the last 12 years to perform for the halftime show." And it's like, buddy, you're not that guy.
Bro is touting his participation
that's the whole point
trophy.
Is the conservative delusion is all what it's about. They claimed that multiple times that over all their streaming services was over 20 million concurrent viewers, which is bullshit. The accurate results are not there. On top of the fact that I'm almost guaranteeing the somewhat 5 to 6 million concurrent that is supposedly had on YouTube, I don't think they were real. And I would love, this would be a great way if YouTube could go back and retroactively look at all the viewers in there and see how many were bots.
Yeah,
probably I think it was a really good bot, really, really good bot purge.
I think I saw a really funny interview where some conservative lady was interviewing somebody, and they were like, "What do you think of Bad Bunny?" And like they watch a little clip of it,
Oh, I know.
And the lady goes, "Oh, I mean, I've never heard of them before, but they seem to be a great American artist. They're like, they're not an American artist, and the lady's like, yes, they are. They're like, no, they're
Oh
not.
yeah.
And the lady goes, Puerto Rico has been an American U.S. territory since like 1898. And then she said nothing in
Yeah.
response.
No, it was how she said it because she was like, Puerto Rico's part of
Yeah.
America, hun. Or like Puerto Rico is
Yeah,
part of America,
Yeah.
sweetie.
dear.
Something
She
like
said,
that.
dear. Puerto
Dear,
Rico
that
is a
was
part
it,
of
yeah.
America, dear.
No,
God.
Yeah.
they've had
And
to
Puerto
start
Rico has been a part of America. Like in 1917, Puerto Ricans are given U.S. citizenship by birth. That's how old. So that dude's more of an American than like a lot of other people who have performed at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God.
Well, here's the thing: is they resorted to calling them. It's not a real American. He's like, as in like, he's an American by like, I don't know, like I'm trying to think of the word. I
By
can't think of the
I think
word
they
right now,
just
proxy.
but
don't know. I think
basically,
he's like, he doesn't speak
no, they
English, so
know.
he's not white.
Well, I don't know how many people didn't. I mean, most people should know that Puerto Rico is an American territory, but I don't know if people realize that that grants them American citizenship and birthrights. That is the thing that I think some people may be like not understand. But regardless, it's stupid. It's not the point of any of this conversation. It's just again, it's a bunch of conservatives just being racist and being upset over bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's the whole concept is I believe it was a pre-recorded show
It
that
was.
they performed live, but for some reason, even though it was pre-recorded, even though it was performed live, they really fucked up the lip syncing for good old Kid Rock and his opening song "Ba with the Ba," which
What?
is great because that's not even words.
I only know his, like, not Sweet Home
The
Alabama, but
chorus.
his version of whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He
I
didn't
guess I grew up.
It wasn't Sweet Home Alabama, but it was like the same instrumental to it, and it was obviously heavily influenced by it.
You know, he's the piece of shit boyfriend in Joe Dirt, right?
What is Joe Dirt?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
you haven't watched the Great American Movie with David Spade called Joe Dirt?
Apparently not.
Oh man, we need more. You gotta watch this. It'll help change your. No,
God.
it's
Yeah,
it's.
Misha gets educated every episode.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna tell you
God.
right now. I unironically still very much like Joe Dirt. It actually kind of holds up considering it very well could have been much more caught up in the times to say Joe Dirt is a character that happens to be very just happy-go-lucky and accepting of all types. There's a little toxic masculinity there that comes off as a little bit of a homophobia
Whoops.
ish in one little bit, I think. But for the most part, it's a movie with a ton of references. Honestly, I think you should watch it. I
Okay.
think you'd have fun with it.
Hell yeah.
Don't watch the second one.
Don't or do?
Don't.
Oh. I've been getting a lot of clips on YouTube Short of a movie called Cruella. And it's like...
Oh.
God, do not get me started on Cruella. Don't.
It looks kind of good. Do I watch
Stop!
I was gonna say it kind of looks good, but also I have no interest in following the backstory of Cruella.
Like the Disney movie Cruella?
The newest, it's like a couple years old, and her
Yeah.
whole thing
Yeah.
was like how she became the fashion person that she was
just,
that
like...
eventually led her to wanting the Dalmatian coat.
It's all bad. It doesn't go with the lore. If it was a separate movie, if it wasn't 101 Dalmatians lore, it would actually be a pretty good fun movie with Emma Stone. But because they tried to tie in the Dalmatian lore, it's bad.
Oh,
and at the end, they make it so Pongo and Perdita are siblings, which means all of their puppies are inbred.
Which happens a lot too, to be fair, but
Disney definitely didn't mean to imply that, and they did on accident.
I don't know, Disney. Yeah. But yeah,
it could be salvaged if only she was brave enough to fucking murder those dogs. That whole movie, just like Maleficent. could have been the best movie ever. But no, they had to make it so she's not evil and she doesn't turn into a dragon. Bitch, that's my baddie. I want to see her go
That's
from a
my
good sweet
baddie.
lady to get absolutely wrecked and then
That's
to do some fucking damage.
my
That's the queen of
scaled
hell over
baddie.
there. What do you mean she doesn't turn into a dragon?
Well,
Dragging
this is your
these
Disney
nuts.
update with Ruby.
Yeah, just don't get me started on the fucking villain movies. They're all bad. I hate them. They're just as bad as those stupid ass Disney remakes.
Ruby, where's your emotional support? What the fuck's those things called?
Zoids.
No, well, you did the Zoid.
Yeah, the Zoid's up there.
The Disney plush that you were like really, I keep forgetting what their names are, that they have in Japan or China or whatever. China.
The Duffy characters.
Duffy, where's your emotional support, Duffy? Go get your emotional support, Duffy.
I don't like Duffy that much. I'm just kind of shocked that the baby fur community in like or in the States, he's not more popular. Cause I feel like that's right up. I'm like, this is right up y'all's alley, isn't it? And holy damn, he is popular in the other countries.
Holy damn.
Holy damn.
Holy damn.
I could be a country western singer.
Dude.
Beer, truck,
No.
girls in tight jeans.
Well, that would be half the time because you're quantum gender. But like, I talked about this on the stream last night where I was like, yeah, men's country songs are like, I want to drink my beer, I love my truck, I love my dog. And women's country songs are like, that bitch cheated on me, I'm going to kill him with a gun.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Dude,
I drove my kid to the side of his pretty little soup bag four-wheel
that song
drive.
goes so fucking hard, though.
That song goes so
unfathomably hard. We were talking about that, too. We were like, there's some diamonds in the rough in terms of country. And that is definitely one of them.
I like country. I was talking to my roommate about this, too. I like country. I say... that people can I don't like things that are disingenuous. And I think people know when something is disingenuous or not. Like, Solus, have you seen that that TikTok where some girl is like, I don't get country music, and she sings the beer truck, like she sings that little bit. And a country western singer replies and goes, that sounds like a ditty to me. And you know what? If this gets popular, I'll publish it and I'll give her credit. And he does. And it's kind of incredible. I think people like things that are genuine. I think people can see
it's not genuine. I argue that it's not genuine. I think people like stuff that reminds them of their personal lives, which people get lost in the sauce on. That's why people get really upset about Nickelback, but Nickelback, they call them formulaic, and they try to say that art shouldn't be formulaic. You shouldn't be able to use an equation to write a song. But a lot of what Nickelback did was, especially with their song Photograph, the whole point was leaning into your nostalgia, leaning into your life. And people it was very of a generation and vague and generic enough for it that all of that generation, which is like millions upon millions of people, fucking got. So that's why they lean into it. And that's country.
But that's what I'm saying. If that's popular, people do like that.
Well, that's the problem is people try to say music needs to be unique and special, but that's like the antithesis of country. A lot of country is just leaning into the country lifestyle, which is why you hear a lot of those really, like you said, beer in my truck. I got my dog. My wife left me. Something, it's just like whatever.
But that's the thing. If it's genuine, I think people can tell and it's good. But I think people can also tell when they're being pandered to.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know a lot of those people, none of the things they sung about happened to them in real life.
Well, sure, but a lot of them don't even write their own songs.
True.
Like
that's a lot of the music industry.
Yeah, like when I'm saying like people like things that are genuine, name a country song you don't like and then name one you do. And then people typically, when I ask that, people like they almost can't come up with anything. But I understand coming up with things you dislike is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
on the spot, I'm really bad about it too. And I also don't listen to like any country.
I just avoid things I dislike so I don't think of them right away.
Right. Yeah. And then I'm like, I don't think it's I think when something is good, something is good. Like I like my whiskey neat. That's why, and that song's really fucking popular for that reason.
Does that count as country?
See?
Coffee? I don't think that's
technically is country, yeah.
I don't
walking a line.
Country. I think it's multi-genre at that point.
Indie folk, a lot of that could be country.
I do want to go back to the Nickelback thing. because
Okay, let's hear it,
I
Nickelback.
do think Nickelback is formulaic, comma, big comma right here. That's not necessarily a bad thing. it's like you can be formulaic and still be good. I think we were a little too harsh on Nickelback, but I also argue that they really don't do anything out of the box, which again, big comma, again, is okay. If that's what you're looking for, you're going to like Nickelback. If you're looking for something out of the box and against the grain, you're not going to like Nickelback. That is my humble opinion. Also, another less humble
Go ahead.
opinion, because Solace mentioned like talking about how everybody thinks music needs to be like game changing and blah blah blah. Dude, being a fucking music comp major sucks ass. Everyone in that fucking class was like, I wrote this thing and it's so unique, and it wasn't good because all it was unique. It didn't sound good. You need to be both unique and have it sound good if you're going to be unique. People are going to listen to what you write. In case somehow a music composition person is out there listening to this, you need to write something that is still listened to-able and also playable. That's a whole nother issue. But like, they'd be like, oh, I wrote this thing with this crazy rhythm and you've never heard it. It's got like a polyrhythm with a 3/2 and then a 17/4 measure. And it's like, it just sounds like ass, dude. It sounds like noise. It's cool on paper and I'm glad you did that, but like, it's not good to listen to. And at the end of the day,
there's a reason Dear Maria works for every single anime opening.
Yeah.
The pacing on that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I want to put this to point too, because there's also a very funny Nickelback thing too, of the hero lead up saying it works in every movie. The thing is they do that little like cut. They purposely slide it into a part of the movie where it can make sense. Whereas the Dear Maria opening, it just works for every opening. You don't have to do any cutting or moving it or sliding it around. It just seems to work off of every anime intro. It's so fucking weird. And to kind of talk about this, which I thought it's really funny, is, people are like, man, music's got to be different. That's why I like it. It's got to be, it can't just be like you said, cookie cutter. It can't be like the same. And then their band changes their tune in one album and they get so fucking pissed.
God, don't even get me started, dude.
It's like, so, how about that uniqueness? You just want the same album 6 times is what you. So again, let's have this conversation about what is music supposed to be. It's called music is supposed to be whatever you fucking like. If it's country and you do like that stuff that reminds you of your childhood or your current lifestyle, that's great. That's great. Not for me.
I was gonna say this is not a safe space for you, but cool.
Not for me.
I'm kidding.
If you try to argue it's the best music, I'm gonna say not for me. Yo, wrong. But that's kind of the whole point of all that bush stuff. I did not want to leave this topic too far, just because I have the opportunity to shit on the Paul brothers. I gotta take a shot at the Paul brothers. Somehow, some way, AJ Paul is in or is over at the Winter Olympics with JD Vance, is hanging out with JD Vance. Don't know why.
Wait,
fucking weird.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that. Jake Paul was over at the Olympics fucking hanging out with JD Vance and his wife and stuff.
Had no idea. I did know that one of the Paul brothers was like, oh, this is bad that like that Bad Bunny is doing the halftime show. And his own brother came in and was like, I love my brother, but I have to disagree with him. It's great that Puerto Rico is able to like show off their culture and be celebrated for that. And I was like, holy shit, I'm agreeing with a Paul brother. What is happening?
Yeah, so
dude, 2026 is wild.
Yeah.
So that's the thing here is both Paul brothers live technically in Puerto Rico, which is really funny because they use it to tax evade legally. But no, I've got all that pulled up, Misha, because I was gonna bring it all up.
Sorry.
But no, he's over at the Olympics, and a lot of U.S. Olympians have been kind of like speaking their minds being over there, and saying like, this is kind of like our country's in shit and there's some stuff going down. And I know Jake Paul, alongside JD Vance, was like, if you're going to represent our country, you shouldn't talk shit about our country. I don't have it word for word, but with that, he did make a tweet the day of the Super Bowl saying purposely turning off the halftime show. Let's rally together and show big corporations they can't just do whatever they want without consequences. Hey, do that about AI and fucking crypto, boy. Oh, wait.
Oh my god.
You invested in it. Sorry. But he goes, in parentheses after that is, which equals viewership for them. You are their benefit. Realize you have power, which is this is like a great statement if you realize if this was anything but because it's Bad Bunny performing.
Yeah.
Because the last thing is turn off this halftime. A fake American citizen performing who publicly hates America. I cannot support that. Woof.
Can we talk about how the Ring commercial was terrifying?
That
let me finish up the Paul.
Yeah, let's finish this first, and then we can talk about the commercials.
So obviously he takes a pretty big hit for saying that out loud.
Yeah.
Logan responded, his brother was like, "Hey, I don't stand by that, bro. That's kind of fucked up. I love Puerto Rico."
Yeah.
And then the next day, Jake Paul's first tweet is like, "Guys, I love Bad Bunny. I don't even know what happened on my Twitter last night. What the fuck?"
No way.
No way. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he tweeted that, "Guys, I love Bad Bunny. I don't know what happened on my Twitter
Guys,
last
I was
night.
hacked.
What the
Man,
fuck?"
if you're gonna be a hater, at least be a full-fledged hater, dude. Don't
agree with that.
backtrack.
Well,
God.
and then he follows up with, "To clarify, I wasn't calling anyone a fake citizen. I live in Puerto Rico, and I love Puerto Rico. I've used my platform to support Puerto Rico time and time again and will always do so. But if you're publicly criticizing ICE, who are just doing their job and openly hating on America," which Bad Bunny has been like, fuck ICE, and this is not good, which it's valid criticisms. He goes, "I'm going to speak on it, period. That's the same reason I called out Hunter Haas," which maybe that's the fucking Olympian. I don't know. If you benefit from a country and the platform it gives you, but publicly disrespect it at the same time, that's what I mean by being a fake citizen. Oh, you're being fake. You're a poser. And I agree. Love is more powerful than hate. Love America. How can you say love is more powerful than hate after you literally just said, "I love ICE. I love ICE."
Dude.
And then he followed that up with, "The problem with my tweet is the word fake being misrepresented. He's not a fake citizen, obviously, because he's from Puerto Rico." Oh my god. So fuck Jake Paul,
dude.
I
Why
want to
is
see
Jake Paul
Logan.
even still relevant in 2026?
So that's the thing is the Paul brothers are doing an amazingly powerful thing. It's almost like a reality TV show. And I almost wonder, even though Jake Paul isn't rolling this back fully, and obviously it's not great accountability, and he also just randomly sided with ICE during that whole why he was apologizing for the whole thing about Bad Bunny, and Logan's counteracting him. They can be two sides to the coin, and they can just eat up both sides, and it's all a media stunt. They know what they're doing. I don't think a word that comes out of either of these two jackasses' mouths are genuine. I think it's all meant for the money. I think they're incredibly smart in how they're like gaming the system and getting outraged from both sides in different ways. But Logan's been doing that since the fucking Japanese force that like shit. Like he's been milking the worst of the worst to make money.
That's so cool.
So I mean, if they've got their entourages, so they've got their people that they like, and they've got lots of money coming in, and Logan Paul beefing with his brother over Bad Bunny is just more publicity and more shit for them to talk about on their podcasts and stuff. So
oh my god,
I just want to shit on the Paul brothers because, well, I wish Logan. It would be really interesting to see if Logan was like fuck ICE too, because that'd be really interesting. To see if he'd go the full other way against his brother on this. But I mean, it's almost all about. I don't believe Jake didn't know what he was doing. I think it was all intentional.
Yeah,
makes him a shit person because realistically, he's just spreading hate and awful ideals for money and clicks.
Yeah, what else is new though?
Yeah, we're kind of in that point, huh?
Yeah.
So talking about hating stuff, how about that Coinbase commercial?
Dude, how about any of the commercials, man? I get home,
watch too many of them.
The first commercial I see is an AI commercial. And it was just like, there were 3 types of commercials this year. And it was like, The first one was obviously like, use AI for literally everything. You can't think on your own. You have to have a machine do it for you. The second one was like, buy crypto right now. We love gambling. Gamble away everything you have. And the third one was like, you are fat. You should find a way to change that or kill yourself.
Yeah, why
Like,
the
those
hell
were
did
the...
Mike Tyson have to tell me I'm fat?
Yeah! Why did
Yeah.
he have to say that, dude? And then, of course, like Ruby said, the Ring commercial, which they framed it as,
Holy fucking
oh, we can
crazy.
use our I don't think they used, I didn't actually see the commercial, but I saw clips of it where like the point being is like it can use it to track where your dog is if they've gotten out so that they can find it for you and bring your dog home.
I watched it, and I'm really glad that the people I was with immediately caught on to what I did, because we watched the commercial and our jaws were on the floor, and I was like, "That's terrifying." And everyone I was with was like, "Dude, right?" So the commercial goes like, "Yeah, if you lost your dog, you can describe the dog into Ring thanks to this new update, and AI will turn on all the rings in your area and scan your neighborhood to try and locate your lost pet."
It turns
Isn't
them
that
on?
nice, everybody? Yeah,
Wait.
all the ring.
Oh my god.
It's and everyone's like, so we're all in agreement that they're not going to use that to find lost dogs, right?
No. That's going to be used for people.
That's
It's
going to be
been
used for
used.
people.
Ring cameras, I think, even very explicitly, the one I can think of the most is the Daryl Brooks trial, which was the one that drove his SUV through the parade years ago.
I do remember that.
Ring cameras video footage was used a lot within those trials to get him, like, they helped definitely put him in the place in the vehicle and like get him nailed for what he did. So there is a, like, to a point, it's nice having cameras. That's kind of like, so many people are like, "Oh my god, why are the cops always being filmed?" It's like, well, it's because they do terrible fucking things.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it. They're like, "Well, why are cops bad now and they weren't 100 years ago?" No, they always were. It's the
They
difference
were.
between having a camera accessible or not. So it's one of those, damned if you do, damned if you don't things, because having cameras all around is nice for things like that, keeping people accountable because there's video evidence showcasing difference.
Sure, but not
uh,
by Ring. Ring is a known company that's
yes.
like putting people against each other. Ring is behind Nextdoor, which they specifically designed to try and get neighbors to get angry with each other and and be mistrusting of each other and stop talking to each other.
Oh my god.
That way, people would feel unsafe in their neighborhoods and
And
install
buy
more
a ring.
cameras.
No, you are correct, and they also have been known to give that information to the cops or agencies that we don't necessarily want them to have. It's not
That's
very
what I'm saying. Is
cool or
this that
fair.
type of surveillance is not good, because that's surveillance where they have access to it, but we don't.
It's very Big Brother. Yes, it's getting to
I,
that point.
it's way big. I just sent up the like this was the commercial. This is a screenshot of the commercial in the
Hmm.
where like it turns on all the rings and then finds your lost dog. That's fucking terrifying.
Right.
Imagine if ICE was using this right now.
I
They
think in
probably
some
are.
places they are.
Yeah. No, I understand, like, it is good to have things recording for, like, if a crime occurs, you can have that footage. But, like, to have access to that whenever you want, and for Ring to just,
Hmm.
like, tap into that whenever they want, that is objectively bad. We're at the point where, like, dude, all of the conspiracy theorists, like, 5 years ago were, like, spot fucking on. They were like, oh, the country is run by pedophiles, and Big Brother is recording everything you do and knows all your footage. But because it's their person in power now, they don't want to be right, and they shut up about it. And it's like, no, own it.
No, true.
Fuck. I'm so tired. I made a post on Blue Sky, dude, the enshittification of everything. What the fuck is the point, man? What are we doing? I'm so
It eventually
tired.
breaks. I do like, and speaking about like these AI ads and all these fucking crazy things, which I did want to confirm. I'm pretty sure Pepsi had an ad that also was, again, not AI. Good on Pepsi. We're loving you, Pepsi.
Yeah.
I'm starting to like Pepsi a lot more the more they keep fighting back with real ads and CGI. Like, cool. But I love that the generation that grew up telling us to not believe everything you see on TV are the first people to believe an AI fake image. And I want to
God.
state specifically because I saw that there were reports, of course. Where do you think it spread? Facebook.
Of course.
Um, of Bad Bunny lighting a small American flag on fire during his Super Bowl halftime show. Never happened. It was a AI generated image. But guess how quickly that caught fire on Facebook in certain circles?
I just,
The same people that said, "Don't believe what you see on TV, little solace."
God, fucking, was it 30 million people watching at home, tens or hundreds of thousands of people in person, seeing the halftime show live, seeing that not fucking happen, and then that video can just like surface on Facebook and be spread around to people who didn't see it and will objectively believe it without question. And then even when they're provided evidence, they can just go nah and keep believing their narrative, even though it's fucking fake.
135 million.
135 million. Wow, I was way off.
Which
Jesus.
is, by the way, Benny Johnson, and a couple other Fox News and all them people are like, look how big of a damage we did to the NFL. We got 6 million concurrent viewers. Cough, cough, 135 million.
Bro,
for Bad Bunny's
Trump tweeted about... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. And I was just going to state, there's so much argument that, that's 5 to 6 million people that got pulled away from the Bad Bunny halftime show to watch the Kid Rock one. I still think viewer botting was huge. It was another one of those too big to fail moments. So that I guarantee they view botted it, and there's a lot of precedence to it because there were like literally, you know how we have our little live streams here, guys, everybody in the audience.
Hi,
you know
everybody.
how I tell everybody to choose not top chat. You got to change it to live chat. People were on the live stream switching to live chat, and supposedly there was supposed to be 5 to 6 million people watching, and the chat was barely moving.
I do wonder if because YouTube is made of Scotch tape that maybe the chat broke a couple of times, but also it's entirely possible that they just weren't chatting because there weren't people there. Yeah, exactly. Which I'm more than willing to believe. But
that,
also,
and supposedly the second most watched YouTube live stream, and like it's like 2 through 10 are all like soccer events, the worldwide soccer events. No. I don't think that 5 to 6 million patriots showed up on their YouTubes to do that. And on top of that, getting back to the point that I was making, I don't think 5 to 6 million people swapped from the halftime show Bad Bunnies to watch that. There's probably people that just tuned in to watch. I guess they may actually like Kid Rock and Brantley Gilbert or whatever the fuck. There's people that are just watching that may not have given a single fuck about NFL football. So
yeah,
I do wish these assholes would have stopped watching the NFL like they said back when Colin Kaepernick started to take a kneel, though.
I know. God.
They don't really practice what they preach very
It's
well,
almost like everything they say is performative, and they don't actually believe in anything other than doing what the other side deems good, no matter how self-destructive it is. Anyway, I feel like we need a bit of a palate cleanser, a bit of a silly story. You mentioned soccer, and that reminded me, there's a guy on TikTok who will not cut his hair until Manchester United wins 5 games in a row. He is nearing day 500. Manchester won the last 4 games, and they had their 5th game today.
And they lost.
And the score was 1-1. It was a tie, which is not a win.
Does that mean he gets to wait another game, or does he have to reset the streak?
It resets the streak. They didn't win. So he's back down.
On a technicality, I would call
that's not a win.
I would say
that's not a win.
Next one.
Nope, it has to be 5 wins in a row. A tie is not a win.
Okay. Can I be honest?
What's up?
To me, again, 1-1.
1-1.
Tie.
I know.
1-1 tie.
I know.
I mean,
hour and a half game for 2 points, by the way.
That's what I was going to ask, was how long do professional soccer games typically last?
99 minutes, I believe, is the official, plus stoppage time.
Well, there's like stoppage and stuff. So somewhere up to, probably up to 2 hours, maybe, of this. And I'm thinking, so here's the thing, guys. I think soccer's a great sport. And honestly, I might try to get into like kicking a soccer ball around myself just to get more active, and I think maybe I can build it into some play with Ollie this spring. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
but I can't watch it.
No, I can't either.
The pacing is so slow. It's not. I don't know how the crowd, are so into it and keep the energy like they fucking do. And I also
Dude.
like, god damn, do they hate each other? And I don't like. I
Oh,
thought the
God,
Bears
yeah.
Packers rivalry's bad. Though people stab people over there for shit for wearing the
Yeah.
wrong jersey in the wrong place. You know, they have to. They literally divide the stadium because shit will go down.
That's
Whereas
crazy.
American football, they don't give a fuck. There are some, I will say, baseball, this happened. I'm a Cardinals fan. I went up to Chicago with my Cubs fan, one of my Cubs family members, to watch the Cubs cards play. We were in the outfield stands, and people do get a little rowdy. They get a little lippy, but nothing to the extent that soccer football fans get into. God
Oh, those
damn.
guys get crazy.
Yeah, no.
Like I'm there's a few of us Cardinals looped in with all these Cubs out in their outfield stands, and it's like I never at once felt like my life was in danger. Might have to throw a punch or two, but never like, oh hey, we may really need this to be separated. And in soccer, they're like, ha, ha, we've learned from our past transgressions. We have to have safety protocols. How are people that passionate about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I love baseball. I like my Cardinals. I want to say I love my Bears. It's starting to look better. But it's still, again, it's just one of those things where it's like where you take something and make it your identity, it becomes personal, but it's overall it's a game, guys. It's a
Yeah.
game.
At the end of the day, it's millionaires playing a game.
True. I'm
I was
glad that
about
you
to
enjoy
say,
American
it.
politics, everybody.
God, that too. I was about to say, like, it doesn't matter win or lose, but some people bet serious coin on those things.
That's true.
But
Supposedly, the
Don't
guy
do
that's
that. Stop doing that.
the guy that streaked on the field during the Super Bowl supposedly has streaked once before,
dude,
and he's known for it because what he does is he goes on betting apps and he bets a lot of money on if there's going to be somebody streaking on the field, and then he goes and does it himself and
that's the
catches
thing.
some misdemeanors.
9 times out of 10, those bets are fucking rigged, dude. What's crazy is I have seen so many angles of that streaker at the Super Bowl, including he was wearing Meta glasses, and I saw it on my TikTok. His
Yep.
point of view streaking on the field.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That guy, I don't think he's allowed at that stadium ever again. And this is the second time he's done it at a Super Bowl. So he's probably, I would assume the NFL is going to like, they should probably hand down an all-time ban on him. But in the 2 times that he's done it, he's probably made plenty of money. Plus the content, you know how much money he's making off of the Meta glasses run, like
Right? Yeah.
that footage. Like, yeah, the way he hedged a little bit of a resting jail time and possibly banned from all other Super Bowls on Fortune. And you know what? That's what you get for betting, bitches. That's why you don't let people do the things that they do like that. Ugh.
Yeah. Discord, then we gotta go.
Yeah, we should do Discord. Discord sucks. They're
Discord.
already rolling it back, but
They are.
you know,
Yeah, I did have that update ready.
not too terribly long ago, Discord got hacked and a lot of profiles were leaked and their
70,000.
personal informations and chats.
70,000.
This is the same company that now really wants to make sure that they don't have children interacting in the wrong spaces. So they are really pushing for ID verification of age for you to have a unlocked account, meaning that if you don't verify your age, you're going to be restricted as if you were a teenager. Their argument, from my knowledge, Misha, is that, and this is what they're kind of like backtracking is that most of us won't ever know or have to interact with the ID verification system.
Yes.
I don't know how that works because even if my account's 20 years old, who's to say I didn't give my account or sell my account to somebody else? You should still theoretically need to ID verify who's running that or using that Discord. Just saying. Yeah. Will I ever upload my ID to Discord?
God, no. Yeah. It's Yeah, so they made that update a couple of days ago. I canceled my Nitro. Argo canceled his Nitro. I think a lot of people in my server canceled their Nitro. And just like they saw that and they were like, we've seen some questions about our age assurance update and we want to share more clearly. We know how important these changes are to our community. Here's what we want you to know. Discord is not requiring everyone to complete a face scan or upload an ID to use Discord, so they already backtracked on that. The vast majority of people can continue using Discord exactly as they do today without ever being asked to confirm their age. And it's like,
So how do you pick and choose?
Yeah. One of the things they were like, oh, we're going to track, like, not, they didn't say we're going to track, because that sounds bad, but they were like, oh, we're going to track,
I think
like,
they are.
Well, I know they are, but that's not what they said, because that sounds bad, you know?
Right.
But they were like, we're going to track, like, how the usage pattern of Discord and see if it lines with somebody having a job or some shit like that, which is really fucking bad for the unemployed. And also, like, you know, minors in school are in school for, like, 7 or 8 hours, or 6 to 8 hours. Yeah, a lot of them have their phones.
I'll argue this right now. I don't think it's a security thing. Supposedly, any uploaded version of your ID or face scans are deleted after they are used. But the thing that happened with the hack was they used another company that is supposed to protect their stuff, and that's where the leak happened.
Yeah.
They Discord themselves aren't going to do this. It's going to be a third party that runs supposedly this facial scan or ID upload. Honestly, it could be the same company. When I did Instacart, if I ever go too long without doing Instacart, or every so often, it'll make me re-upload a picture of my ID and do a face scan to make sure it's me. I don't know why, but it is something. But I was making money with that. You know what I mean? Like,
you were making money. You were driving a car and driving groceries to people. That makes sense.
And arguably, that company could be compromised, but supposedly they don't ever store that data. Supposedly, I just don't feel like that's the thing. I don't feel like that's the whole point of this. At the very least, it's pushing the goalpost to where they will eventually try to store that data and then sell it. It's just, I think it's a long move. I don't know. It's fucking gross. If Discord ever asks you to upload your face and or ID, I would screenshot that and start figuring out where we're going out of Discord, because that is something you don't want to deal with.
My tinfoil hat theory is that, like, all of these big companies are like, God, I really do sound like a conspiracy theorist at this point, but all of these companies are like, we need your ID for everything. And then they get your ID and they get your information. And then they have these quote unquote leaks, which leaks all of your information to bad people so that they can use your data. And I think the big company is selling those. It's selling that information,
selling the leaks,
masking it as a leak, because we forget about it within 2 weeks because of the news cycle, you know?
Yep.
And so the leak just gets swept under the rug, business as usual, and they just made money off of our information. That's my tinfoil hat theory. I have zero evidence to support this.
It's so easy to sound like you're a conspiracy theorist.
I know!
It's almost all real now. Like the whole conspiracy that the dude who like took all of our pictures as children for like school photos, and he's mentioned in the Epstein files, and how Epstein. That's what I'm saying. What if it is a conspiracy anymore? The Wayfair shelving units, like shit.
God. I'm so tired.
They said I saw a random clip. I don't know why I'm going to mention this. Did you see that supposedly the self-driving cars called Waymos supposedly aren't actually self-driving, and it's just like a team out of the Philippines?
Yeah, I did see that.
And then I laughed.
I'm pretty sure that's a little off, because that's what Elon was doing like years and years ago with his fake self-driving cars. I think Waymos actually are. Maybe not all of them are, and that's the thing. But
I don't know. Maybe they have a team that's like watching the Waymos, or like kind of like reviewing it. But it sounds like from what I saw, no, it's confirmed. Like it's. I don't know.
There's
if they're
definitely
like,
a team watching them. Like there's like a human being on a camera watching it drive itself. Yeah. But that's like for safety because of a bunch of other shit.
Just like the Amazon stores, the ones where you could walk in and put it in the basket, and it would supposedly charge you based off of a camera seeing what you put in your basket. And it's like,
didn't they?
That came out to being people. Oh, Amazon's shutting them all down. Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Yarp.
I went into one when I was in Seattle, and they are terrifying. It felt very spooky.
I don't need that technology in my life. I'm fine with talking to a person, or fuck it, I'll do a self-checkout. I'm fine with that, but
Yeah.
I don't. That's a little bit too out of my control because I don't want to see a charge to my bill and be like, I didn't buy that, and then have to fucking like refute it.
All right, y'all.
It's been a lot this week.
It's been a lot. I am trying so hard not to let the weight of the world consume me, and boy, it's eating good.
So the killer thing for me, and this is why I was like kind of joking in my head, I was like, so obviously you're not a big Seahawks fan. It's not really your thing. It's more Argo's thing, and you're happy for Argo, which is good. But so that's the weirdest thing is like, objectively, this year sucks. The ramp up of ICE and the murders and all that shit is really bad, and things are not, and honestly, it's only going to get worse until we get through the midterms this year. It's honestly just going to get worse. No offense, everybody. Batten down the hatches. It's going to get worse,
dude. It's gotta happen.
I don't think the temperature
soon.
is gonna. I don't think the temperature is gonna get less. I think it's gonna get hotter.
Yeah.
But my argument though is like, Argo has to feel so fucking weird because he's like, not only he got to go to the Super Bowl, his team won the Super Bowl, but objectively everything else is ass.
You're allowed to have good. You're allowed to have good things in bad times.
True. That's.
I'm
true,
writing and about to sell my first book. I'm hella hyped about that.
The duality of like life, man. Ugh.
Yeah, there is
that.
What
pissed me off? Sorry.
What? Oh, I was just gonna say there is that duality of like, I now have to promote this book in the middle of what feels like just tumultuous times where it's like, hey, I know that the weight of the world is awful and everything sucks, but do you guys want to read my book? Please. But
yarp.
Yeah.
In a world where everything is pain, maybe just read the furry book and feel a little better about
read the furry
yourself.
book. Well,
distract yourself.
The furry book does have some rough moments, but at the end of the day, it's a good book.
But it's not real. That's the point.
It is not real.
I could cry for fake things. Not
there
real
you go.
Things.
Yeah.
Shit. No. So we were. Misha mentioned that today was just a little frustrating, and I also mentioned that it was frustrating because guess who again?
That's not what I said.
Said he. You remember when I said? Yes, you have different words. I understand.
I was a lot more harsh about it, but yeah, go on.
Yes. I'm trying to downplay it a little bit. Shit.
Okay.
Misha's pissed at the world today.
Today fucking sucked, chat. Today was awful.
I did the thing. You remember I said like last weekend, or I was gonna clean up and do shit all weekend. Did none of that. So I have spent the last 2 days grinding to clean up this house, so it's not as much of a mess for when my friends arrive tomorrow. And in the mix of like little things, just little frustrating things falling over and then falling over again. I don't know if that ever pisses you off.
Yes.
Like, you set it up and it falls over, and then you go put it back up and it falls over again like immediately. I just wanted to throw it. It was a step stool. I wanted to throw a step stool because of that. But it was like, yeah, that would be damage, and I didn't want to do that. I was like, but like, there's just a bunch of little things. The fucking craziest thing just happened, and I fucking Amazoned something that should arrive tomorrow to hopefully fix it. My glasses are not that old. They're not quite a year and a half old-ish, somewhere in that way.
Okay.
My left nose piece fell out.
Oh.
It's broken. Not the metal piece, the little like silicone plastic piece or whatever for your nose. But
did you lose the screw?
Thing. There's no screws.
Mine has screws. I'm looking at it right now.
I don't have screws. I never noticed that until I was looking at these.
Huh.
This one doesn't have screws, and it looks like there's like little notches that keep it held in place. And I think because of those notches, essentially think about where the screw hole is, it like cracked and broke into a very tiny piece, and that's why it fell out. And so I'm like, oh great, right before I go to MCFC. By the way, if you're listening to this episode, I'm at MCFC. Come say hi. I'll be in Detroit when this premieres.
Detroit. Yeah, so no aftermarket this week. By the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't be there for it, unfortunately.
No.
But I went on Amazon. I googled like replacements, and there's like, hey, this is a glasses kit, and it has replacement screws and the screwdrivers, and it had a bunch of sets of the nose pieces. So I'm like, for like $10, I'm like, all right, and it arrives tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, at the very least, I need to actually wrap this up because my buddy's gonna take me up the local Dollar General because I am gonna buy some super glue because at the very fucking least I can super glue the piece in and let it set overnight tomorrow night before we go to MCFC because it's not comfortable and this would not be fun to go to a con with a broken nose piece, and I literally don't have time to go to like the eye place and try to get it fixed.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing that really pissed me off. I'm like, out of all the things that could go wrong, why would this break? Like, fuck me. Oh well.
Oh well.
It's okay.
And on
I didn't
that-
realize I needed MCFC, but god damn it, I need it.
Oh my
I'm
God.
ready for a break.
Bro, I need a smoke break, and I don't even smoke, dude.
I'm thinking about it.
Don't
Some real
no
cowboy killers. Let's get some Marble Reds.
Don't get some Marble
Cowboy
Reds.
killers is crazy. I've never heard that.
Oh, that's what they always called him. Marble Man. He was the cowboy, and obviously, if he smoked, he killed him.
That one's kind of great, actually. I think I listened to
Anyway.
Cowboy killers.
That's gonna be at the end of today's episode. Cause I got a stream in a half hour. We're playing Balatro. I've decided Tuesdays are gonna be.
I'm
You know,
playing.
it is 2026, Misha. God. Still playing Balatro, huh?
The game's like a year old. It does need an update, but I haven't played it in a while, and it's a really nice like chill game, especially after like
True.
the monstrosities of today. I can just throw on lo-fi, click some cards, make a big number go up, and chat with chat.
See, I do that with Megabonk.
Megabonk. I don't have Megabonk. Megabonk doesn't look super appealing to me.
Okay.
What's funny is I'm gonna contradict myself and say that I'm not a big fan of roguelikes, which I'm literally playing a roguelike tonight, but like, you know.
Oh, it's a card game roguelike. It's very different.
Yeah, it is very different.
All right.
But yeah, thank you so much to our Patreons. Thank you to Bandit the Thief. Thank you to Mars Rover. Thank you to Crystal Puff. Thank you to Eyebolt, Scarlet Jane Fox, Key, Webster, Simply Lego, Alistair the Hyena, Penstamon, Thawcade, Quaddle, Bogey Bravo, Blue Pack Wolf, Argo, Mighty Halfman, Amberion, Zombie Brains, Loriafia, Landon Yeen, Sycamore, Heartless Hero, Raze, Fio Firefox, Corlinar, Kai Quint, and Steam Pony and Ankara. Thank you for being the Patreons, and thank you for your support over the time that we've been doing this show. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to add other than no Afterbark today because Solace will be out of town. Misha will probably be busy. I think Argo and I need to go on a Costco run that day, and I'm not very happy about it. But
I think it's Friday the 13th. I'm gonna try and stream that day if you want to come follow me on.
Wait, you are correct. It is Friday the 13th.
Oh,
Today's Friday. Well, not today. The recording.
No,
but
the recording.
never mind. Argo and I. I'm not going to the store. Argo and I are hunkering down. Never mind.
Happy Friday the 13th, everybody.
Oh my God, it is. Yeah.
Run.
It's also a perfect month because like
It
Sunday is the first.
God, it's so nice.
The second is a Monday, and then like.
Oh,
Jesus, you became
Robo
a robot.
Ruby, Protogen Ruby.
Friday the 13th came early. I don't know. I can't make this.
Yeah, the fucking violins. But yeah. Oh, yeah, Ruby DC'd. Oh no.
Oh, they
Well,
didn't make it. They didn't make it to the end of the horror movie.
Well, they died before the end of the horror movie. Oh my God. There we go.
Oh,
It's the killer. Oh no.
Post production put blood splatter on Ruby.
Oh my
Ruby.
God. I think I could do that.
God,
I'd have
why
to
did
figure
we
that
never
out. But...
do that? Why did we never do a silly fucking like Halloween Ruby's the killer fucking
A murder mystery? Oh my God, we could have. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye. Catch me in Detroit.